Okay, this is part 2. And I am lighting. I gotta get a diffuser. That's what I gotta do. I gotta get a diffuser for that room to, like, chill them the fuck out. Listen, I'm getting ready to make a really, really, really interesting point, right? So bear with me, stick with me. And what I started to say in the first one, but I got a little distracted, is this is more than likely your first time hearing me because I am brand new. I told my best friend, I was like, girl, I'm starting a channel. She was like, oh, I want to support you. I was like, no, I want to do this organically. I want to see, do they really like me? Also, too, as well, I'm a huge movie buff. So I'll be throwing in some one-liners here and there. Oh my God, for the first time ever last night, I saw Midsummer. I will for sure say it is not nearly as fucking... And that girl was right, but she said it about Saw. And it's more accurate. And I'd also just seen Scream 4 recently. But the girl in Scream 4 said that... She was like, well, what are we watching? What did you pick to watch? And she goes, oh, Saw. I think she said, like, Saw 5. And she's like, oh, I hate all that gross torture porn. And what I thought of was Hostel. That's more... Or did she say Hostel? I don't know. But anyway, I was talking about Rihanna, who I really like. I like Rihanna, but Rihanna's problematic. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Right. So I told my friend I was starting this channel, that I wanted to do it organically to find out if people really enjoyed me. So I don't really expect to complete thoughts in any of my videos. I think that whether it could be a fucking 15 years from now when people come across this random ass video, they'll probably, it would be nice if you use it as a talking point. Just be like, hey, I came across this random ass, you know what, go ahead and say it, feel free to just shout me out. It doesn't mean they're gonna follow me, because I've been lurking a long motherfucking time on a lot of people's channels, and I recently just subscribed to the ones that, a handful of the ones that I watch the most, that I'm supporters of. And yeah, I mean, just go ahead and shout me out if you can. Go ahead and get the ball rolling and make it very clear that I don't complete a thought. I'm just, I'm just a fucking stoner who's got like random ass fucking not ideas, but random ass fucking thoughts that, hey, feel free to offer some, you know what I mean? Like, offer answers to. Like, I'm down for learning. Like, I like to learn shit, right? Anyway, but yeah, Rihanna's problematic. So I left off at, like, what I think I said, like, the statement. She needed to, just go ahead. Like, why are you addressing... Anyway. So then, right, the thing that I want to point out about Rihanna. Rihanna still has black women in her, right? She still has, I don't even know how to say, I really don't know how to say this, because this isn't really a well-developed thought. It's just me talking out loud. Rihanna is still a woman. She's still a woman. And the people at this point who are saying that, oh my God, did she make a mistake? Oh my God, she ruined her life. But did she though? Did she? How? How did she ruin her life? The people who I feel like are saying that they're disappointed, these are people who have not... Here's my thing. These are two problematic people who found love. Why is that a fucking problem? Like, that's my point. Why is that a fucking problem? Rihanna may decide that she does not ever want to get married. She may decide that. She may. Personally, let me go ahead and hit the bowl, because when I'm doing this much thinking, I'm coming down. So hold on. Okay. It all boils down to this, because I guess Rihanna hasn't really made it clear enough, right? And because Rihanna hasn't made it clear enough, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. A$AP Rocky has the best dick that she has ever had. This is a fact. A$AP Rocky is the best dick that she has ever had. And I will tell you how I know that. I fancy myself a very logical woman, right? Which is the problem. My brain never fucking shuts off. I fancy myself a very logical woman. And the best dick that I've ever had in my entire life. In my entire fucking life, right? Two things. Number one is, he's not motivated enough for my liking. That's number one. Number two is, he already has 2 children. Listen. When you find the best dick that you've ever had in your life, and even though she's a billionaire, listen, who else, what the fuck? Listen, look at the way they look at each other. How long she's been around him, the body language. You never know how somebody makes her feel. Like, here's the thing. Like I was saying, the best dick I've ever had. If people were to say, I'm just gonna listen. If people were to see us in public, they would be like, ooh, what? Huh? What? Because people would see me and say, do you not know that you can do better? And he knows this. He's not conventionally. And I just realized this the other day. I've discovered, well, that's for another time. Can you guys hear I'm sure you can, because he's so loud. No, baby. No, baby. No, baby. Number one is, he's not as ambitious as I would like. And number two, he's got 2 kids. When you find the best dick you've ever had, you trap it. You lock it in. Because for whatever fucked up reason, and I won't even say it's a fucked up reason, but for whatever reason, baby mama vagina is forever, is for life. She knew that she was going to get knocked up by A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky is worth $10 million. That's nothing in comparison to her $1 billion. But if you were to go ahead and find any, I don't want to say teacher, because that's like saying any Uber driver, which is one and the same. You know what I mean? That's like an engineer, a doctor, an anesthesiologist. A person worth $10 million could be a come up to them. It's probably a come up to them, or at the very least an equal. You know what I mean? So it's basically the equivalent of Rihanna not marrying, but having a child with Dr. Money. And, I mean, you don't know how he makes her feel. Let me tell you. Whew. I'm just going to call the best dick I've ever had. I'm just going to call him... I'm going to call him Bae, right? I mean, he's not Bae anymore, but at one point in time, he was Bae. And I'm at a point in my life where, being in my 50s, I'm like, you know what? If I hit the lottery, I would absolutely seek out Bae and get something going. Because, I mean, I probably won't have children. Well, I don't want to say I probably won't have children, but I might not have children. I don't know. I'm still very undecided on that. Again, children, contemplating children, like, you would have to, you know what I mean? Like, you would have to really like, that's why I say, no, because that's not necessary. Well, two reasons. You would have to either really like someone, or you're doing it for a bag. Either or. What else? What other reason? You're either doing it for a bag, or because you really fucking like someone. And they've been fucking around for like 10 years. They're really liking each other, has, you know. No. He's probably cooking her breakfast in bed. I mean, bringing her breakfast in bed, bringing her lunch in bed, bringing her dinner in bed. He's probably fucking massaging her feet, painting her toes. He's probably, you know, tapering her up and shit. I mean, we don't know. But that's an authentic, like, you can, bruh. It drives me fucking crazy for people to say, like the audacity of people to say, oh, I'm so disappointed. And it's frustrating because damn near every fucking content creator that I thoroughly fucking enjoy, right? I thoroughly fucking enjoy them. And it hasn't stopped me from listening or watching any of their shit. It hasn't stopped me from subscribing to any of their shit. You know? I mean, but so many people are saying, oh, we're disappointed. Oh, he's dusty. There are two fucking problematic people who found love. Like, what the fuck? Like... Black women, African American women, we play a huge part in Rihanna currently being a billionaire. We play a huge part in that. Who the fuck do you think is giving her that money? You think that's all white money? No. I mean, a great portion of it is, for sure. But no. She's fucking pandering to black women because she looks closest to a black woman. But when that non-black woman said that, oh, black men cater to non-black women like me, Rihanna reached out as a fucking ally. She reached out in support. Rihanna's a fucking biracial. She's not a black woman. You know, she technically is an other. You know, it's two fucking problematic people who found love. I hope they have hella kids, personally. I want them to have like 10 kids. I want them to have like 10 kids. They need to be like the Jackson 5, because the Jacksons had like 15 kids. There were only 5 in the band. That's funny. Anyway, does anyone else think that I'm fairly certain that the fucking Jacksons and the Braxtons have the same fucking surgeon, right? Like, obviously. Will you guys be nice, please? I dropped my phone. So, really, like, at this point, and here's here's my driving point. I just want to go ahead and drive this home so you guys can just, like, get back to your awesome day. The huge thing that we're fucking forgetting is that Rihanna does not write her own fucking music. She doesn't write her own fucking music. You know what I mean? So we're looking at her like she's this super fucking badass. There's nothing that says that she's legitimately a badass at heart. There's nothing that okay, because I'm hearing a lot of people. Too many people are saying, "Oh, Savage, whatever the fuck the name of that song. That was my song, Savage." She did not write that shit. She's Lady Eloise. She's the face of the fucking company. She's the image of the fucking brand. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't write her own music, and we get so caught up, like, with her being the face of this. Listen, Savage is like, what were they calling Aaliyah? Like, princess of R&B, whatever the fuck, baby girl, whatever the fuck. I can't remember what the fuck they were calling her. But they gave her a fucking title. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? She's the Lady Eloise of Lady Eloise. I'm just saying, y'all, like, keep in mind, she's a human being. She's a fucking human being. And we go through the same experiences. We suffer. You know, bottom line is, you guys, stop being fucking assholes. Stop being assholes. Because if we were fortunate enough to come across awesome dick, and it looks to me like A$AP Rocky just has the gift of gab. Let me tell you, my my bae, because we're just gonna go ahead and call him bae, he when we're together, I legitimately feel like there's no other woman in his life. Like, I legitimately feel like it starts and ends with the two of us. And that's just an awesome feeling, that the feeling trumps everything. And the fact that, what the fuck, he's been here for how many years? Fucking 10 years. They've been like fucking around for like 10 years. Like, I think she did it right. I think she found the best dick she's ever had. I think that she's going to go ahead and trap him with, making him a baby daddy. And I will say, though, that, like, we don't know that he didn't propose and that she didn't say, you know what? Or how do we know that she just didn't pull a fucking Cardi B and Offset? Like, granted, this is the luxury version. I'm not even gonna say this is the luxury version. I'm gonna say that Cardi B and Offset are a fucking D- version of no, because that's not fair. That's not fair. I'm not gonna be in, that's not fair, because some people just thrive in toxicity, and I'm not gonna fucking discuss Cardi B and Offset, honestly, because I honestly just don't give a fuck enough, I guess, to really further explore that. However, I think I've made my point. The feeling is fucking everything. The feeling is everything. If a man has the ability to make you, and again, what the fuck, haven't they been fucking around for like go on and off for like 10 years? Like, that seems to me a real connection, a genuine connection. And despite everything that I've said, I'm all here for it. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this bowl, and I'm out.